What if I told you? The world of One Piece was never meant to exist like this. Not divided by seas. Not ruled by gods. Not chained by fear. What if the greatest lie in history was the world itself? Before pirates, before marines, before the world government, there was a time when the world was whole. There were no four blues, no Grand Line, no red line cutting the ocean apart. The sea flowed freely. People lived without borders, and laughter echoed across the world. At the center of this era stood a man history would erase. They called him Joy Boy, not a king, not a god, not a ruler, just a man who laughed. Joy Boy didn't conquer nations. He didn't command armies. His power was far more dangerous. He made people free. Wherever he went, people smiled. Slaves forgot their chains. Commoners questioned their rulers. And that terrified the kings of the world. 20 kings gathered in secret. They feared one thing above all else. A world where people no longer obeyed. A world where laughter was stronger than crowns. So they chose war. Not just against Joy Boy, but against history itself. The Void Century was not erased because nothing happened. It was erased because everything happened. The ancient kingdom fell. Its name vanished. Its technology was buried. Its ideals were forbidden. And the world was broken on purpose. The red line rose from the sea. Not a natural landmass, but a scar. A wall to divide oceans, cultures, dreams. The Grand Line was created to control movement. The calm belt to trap ambition. Navigation itself became a weapon. This wasn't geography. This was a cage. The 20 kings crowned themselves gods. And to rule forever, they created a throne no one was meant to see occupied. The empty throne. But it was never empty. In the shadows sat Emu. Not immortal, but eternal through succession. A living embodiment of fear. The fear of freedom. But even gods make mistakes. They underestimated something ancient. Something human. Inherited will. Devil fruits were never curses. They were rebellion given form. Each fruit represented a desire so powerful. It rejected reality itself. That is why the sea hates them. Because the sea represents order. And devil fruits represent defiance. And among them, one fruit terrified the world government more than any other. The Hito Hito no Mi. Model, Nika. Nika was not a god. Nika was an idea. The idea that slaves could laugh. That chains could be broken. That oppression could be mocked. That freedom was contagious. When Roger reached the final island, he didn't find a weapon. He found the truth. The truth of the world. The truth of Joy Boy's failure. The truth of kings ruling through fear. And Roger laughed. Because the greatest tragedy in history was also the greatest joke. Roger knew he was too early. The world wasn't ready. It needed someone who wouldn't explain the truth. Someone who wouldn't rule with it. Someone who would live it. That someone was Monkey D. Luffy. Luffy is not Joy Boy reborn. He is what Joy Boy wished he could be. A man who doesn't hesitate, doesn't plan, doesn't rule. A man who laughs in the face of gods. As Luffy sails forward, the world begins to shake. Not because of power, but because of belief. The red line trembles. The seas prepare to reunite. Fishman Island awaits the sun. The final war is not about domination. It is about truth. When the red line falls, the world will become one ocean again. No celestial dragons. No gods. No chosen rulers. The empty throne will finally be empty. And the world will laugh. Not because everything is perfect, but because for the first time in 800 years, no one controls it. Somewhere on the sea, a boy in a straw hat laughs freely, not knowing. He fulfilled a promise made centuries ago. Because the One Piece was never gold, never power. It was the truth. That broke the world and set it free.